Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 23rd going to the 29th of January. So I will shuffle the cards for you. Just want to apologize for my voice. I have the mic extra close so I don't strain myself, trying to make sure you guys can hear me. So I've lost it a few days ago, but now it's back. Mercury retrograde always kicks my ass. It always impacts my voice. Yeah, anyway. Let's jump straight into it for you, Sagittarius, and see what's going on for you. Okay, let's see. For you, what is going on? All right, one more, please. Okay. We got to clear up some mess. That's what it feels like. This could be physical mess, all right? This could be karmic mess, okay? Something needs to be cleared out. This could be internal stuff, external stuff. Take it as you wish. But yeah, something needs some work. All right, current energy, please, for the week for Sagittarius. Okay, this could very well be healing, especially when it comes down to your self-worth here. Only because the Empress is here. You could be doing this already, if which case amazing, because you're really feeling called to do it. The Empress and the Nine of Swords was just showing itself to me. So there are some fears, doubts about yourself, maybe in terms of love, because the Empress is ruled by Venus, which is a card of love, a planet of love, a planet of loving self, a planet of accepting love into your life. There could be some blockages there, most likely because you've been through a lot of, heartache, a lot of difficulty, a lot of challenges, a lot of rejection maybe. There's some feeling of rejection coming through from what I'm seeing. A feeling of trusting the wrong people with your goodness. And this feels like within this week, you're really addressing that, which I kind of want to say I'm proud of you for, because this is definitely one step to really acknowledging who you are. And you are not who people thought you were, or who people say you are who you say you are. So I think you're paying more attention to what you're saying to yourself. You're paying more attention to the way that you treat yourself. You're paying more attention into who you are as a person, because right in the middle of your oracle cards, we have chaos and conflict. And for those who have been on the channel for a while, the imagery I always get from this is kind of like this outer shell that you've had against the world is crumbling. This survival, this seeing the world in black and white and seeing yourself in this kind of either you're amazing or I'm terrible. Like there is this energy of you removing that. You're really seeing the true colors of yourself, and you're seeing the true potential of yourself, and it's going from the zebra energy to this giraffe. So you're really figuring out where you belong, who you are, where you belong, what you desire. The threes here are about aligning yourself to who you're supposed to be and the life you're supposed to live. And then because it's double threes, really does go towards a six, which is learning a very valuable lesson. And it could be, again, in terms of soulmates, because that's another thing that the number six in general speaks of. But this kind of feels like you're learning about yourself. You're really understanding yourself through some sort of reflection, through some sort of acknowledgement that you're in a position where you're healing. You also have unfinished symphony. So again, this is a number 10. So it speaks of endings. It speaks of completion. But in this case, it kind of feels like something that may have already ended or is kind of on and off needs to be let go of, or again, something needs to be addressed. And in this case, it kind of feels like maybe some baggage, maybe. Unfinished symphony may be because we're unaligned right now, because of something that we're still taking with us, or because something is kind of left open. There's a lack of clarity around something. Maybe someone left you without clarity or without, answered questions. Without answers, sorry. So there's a little bit of chaos going on around you. Unfinished symphony, chaos and conflict. Then you have clean it up, which is what I was saying. But this really speaks of kind of taking responsibility for what you can do for yourself. So if someone kind of didn't give you the answers, didn't give you the apology, didn't give you the clarity that you needed, is instead of kind of waiting for them to do that or blaming the fact that they didn't do that. You're taking your life back into your control, Sagittarius, and you are controlling this misalignment in your life where things have been chaotic, things have been out of your control. You're gaining that control, and it does start with some very difficult work, having to do the internal stuff, having to clear the air. Could be physically clearing the air, not literally, but with people, or again, in any kind of negative impact it's had on you, you're accepting responsibility for, not because you created it, because I don't think you did, but it's just about letting it linger this long. It's something that you're taking ownership for. And this is very big. And again, we have a 2 and a 1, which is again about a number 3. So 333 could be very significant for you. All right. So your current energy is again the 4 of Swords. So yes, you're doing that inner work, you're healing. There's a need to rest because I do believe you're doing a lot of inner stuff. All right. If you're in need of a vacation, I kind of feel like this is something that you are in need of, because I think that this is personal stuff to you that you might need some time out to focus on. Okay. But of course not everyone can do that, I'm very aware. So maybe it's about prioritizing the time that you do have outside of work to actually figure some things out for yourself, because you're more important than any career, of course. And that clarification bell is really important here as well for you. Just be aware, especially if your environment is a little bit chaotic, that it might be a little bit triggering for you. All right, let's talk about this. What the blockages? Okay, no, I want to clarify the 4 of Swords, your current energy for the week. 8 of Swords, so again, it's that inner dialogue, it's that inner mind, and working on it. You guys are clearing the way. This is good. I see that you really are taking ownership of some things, which is good. 8 of Swords, again, this is a victim mindset, and this is something that we may have been trapped in. It all happens to all of us, don't worry. Life is against me. Life is, not going in my way. Life hates me, that kind of stuff. Look at the things that I've been through. Let's just be honest. The 8 of Swords, this is being stuck in something that you're not actually stuck in. We have control over this. However, what I want to be honest about is that these swords are real. You have been through some stuff. And one thing that with the 8 of Swords is that sometimes it's like, oh, it's all in your head. Well, no. This victim mentality is something you're in control of. We can gain power from situations and realize it's not going to define us. And this is what you're doing. But it's not to say these things haven't happened to you, because they have. These swords are real. They do exist around you. But the inability to see a solution to them is where we need to what we need to work on, what we need to change. And that's what's making you feel stuck, is because there was, maybe still presently, but there was an energy of I can't get over this, or I can't move past this, or I will always be this way, I will always be stuck in these things. And again, be careful what we're saying to ourselves, because this is a fearful, as you can see, she's fearful to see the truth. With that blindfold, she's fearful of opening her heart. And she's fearful maybe of facing more problems. That's why most people stay stuck in an energy, because they're like, I'm too scared to move forward in case more things happen. I understand that completely. But when you take ownership over yourself and your reactions to things, and instead of being in this energy of I understand, I do understand, Sagittarius, just trying to get my words out, of course. But when we take and embody this 8 of Pentacles, we realize we're in control of taking our destiny within ourselves to build something. Okay, financially, I can see there might be some obstacles here. But this is going to be changing and working harder. This is now paying back to you. The work you put in is what you're getting out now. Because I feel like there is this knuckling down and kind of doing it. No longer feeling stuck, no longer feeling unable to be in control. You're removing yourself from victim mindset and moving into actually doing it. And I'm not saying that you're a victim at all. And just be aware of my wording here. And again, use your discernment as always. You're in control of how things affect you, of course. And I think this is what you're changing about it, is you're becoming more stable with your approach. This difference between swords and pentacles is, for some of you, we're going from 8 of swords to 8 of pentacles, and I just got a bit of a download here saying that you're kind of turning what hurt you, what you were fearful of, into your biggest strengths, and what's going to push you towards this ultimate goal of stability for you. So you're kind of removing that danger and turning it into a gift. Learning a lesson from each of these things that may have happened. Or these thoughts, you're now stabilizing them, which is good. So you're changing your thought process. Instead of this negative way of talking to ourselves or talking our life into existence, we're now turning it into something more solid and something a lot more, I see for some of you could be moving home in a future. Like, this might be a while. I'm getting like this will be further ahead, like in the next 2 years maybe. For some of you, of course. Or this could be a goal or a dream. Doesn't have to be a home, but I just see like stability. Of course, that's what a home can indicate. That true feeling of comfort, like to settle. I think there's a lot of work before then, but this is something that you'll feel very inspired to do because of this shift of mindset. Maybe again, you need that vacation to really see things differently. Okay. The Queen of Swords. Now, Virgo had this, could have some Virgo placements. The Queen of Swords is again, and especially with the 7 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, in order to move forward with that Chariot here, there is a need to face the truth. And this could again be fears, this could be illusions that people are trying to, make you embody, or again, these things that we might have felt for a while, these fears, it feels like, confusion. You're becoming clear on what you want. You're becoming clear on how you should act. For some of you, I feel like that's the case. The Queen of Swords is very much in a very non-bullshit position. So this is your energy that you're embodying is no longer dealing with some things that you're sick of dealing. Like, you really reached a point where you're just like, I just want to move forward. Like, I want my life to change. I want things to be different. And because of this change of personality, this change of perspective, now seeing things with crystal clear vision, you're removing any of these options that made you confused. You're removing any of these mindsets, these feelings, these emotions that made you confused. You're removing these glasses that you have that make you see things out of fear, out of the worst case scenario. You're removing all this. This is really deep healing, Sag. Blockages for the week. Again, it's the other side of the scales is what it feels like. It's the Hanged Man position, Piscean energy, and Libran energy. Blockages, you could be waiting for a contract, waiting for things to be fair, but that is the blockage. Again, this is very similar to what I said in the beginning with the Oracle cards. If you are waiting for something, you're giving your power away to something else, okay? If you're waiting for someone to come in to clear your head, to save you, to make things fair, you make things fair. You create your own karma in this case, and it's good karma. But you have to see things differently. Instead of seeing yourself as stuck, learn a lesson from it, see it from that different perspective. Understand the other side of the scales here. That owl energy, standing on one leg, is interesting. Which is where I feel like, again, like what? These scales are unaligned, by the way, in this card. Which is where I feel like you're standing on one leg, is because, like, it's very weird analogy I'm getting from this. But even the same with the Hanged Man, it's only one leg is tied. So there's a significance around that. Maybe someone put you at a disadvantage here. Are you seeing it differently now? You have 2 of Cups, 5 of Cups. Spirit's asking for you to look at the good in life. Yes, things have been difficult, challenging, disappointing even. Feeling like you're stuck in the same place, but there's 2 cups here, which is love coming in. Could definitely be. It's good people in the world, but it's your connection to yourself too will be what balances this out. But yeah, as I said in the beginning, this coming up as a blockage is like waiting for things to become fair, you're going to be waiting for a long time. This stuck energy is to gain a different perspective and understand that you have the ability to unstick yourself. You have full control over your life. People don't like to hear it. It's our choices and actions that really determine, and our emotional control too, determine where we go, not other people. They can put us at a disadvantage, absolutely, but only if we let them. Because you can determine your reaction to what's happened to you. So I think you're coming out of this stuck energy. You're becoming more selfish, which I like. This is your truth. It's to do things that you want to do. Temperance, Sag. Now you're standing on your energy. Now you're understanding the duality of life. Now you're understanding the balance. You're becoming patient here with what you're working towards. The Well, which is new beginnings, and the Queen of Pentacles. Financial prosperity and stability, definitely something that you want to work towards. She's a lady of luxury, so regardless of course, gender, the Queen of Pentacles is stepping into this energy of abundance, of flow. And that's what the Temperance card is about too, is like a flow, as you can see. These things are flowing between cups. The Well being, I kind of see it as an actual well, being able to take the opportunities or take the whatever you like, the new beginnings that you wish. And I see definitely improvement in your work life, your finances, by the way, and your stability and understanding of self. By the way, I also see this as like you're really gonna be loving of yourself. But again, the well is you get to decide what you're picking out of that well, what you're manifesting into your reality. The Four of Wands, which is of course gaining something. I see you building something. Some of you, this could be your own career, all right? Could be studying something. I'm seeing rewards here. If you're, having a teamwork with somebody, that is beneficial. If you're building a relationship with somebody, that is beneficial. That will be successful. Four of Wands. If you're, some of you could be hosting a party or something. I see that coming up. Successful, the celebration coming through. There is a solid foundation being built moving forward because of this shift. Things were unfair for a long time, Sagittarius. Now within this week you're going, I'm healing from that. No longer allowing that unfair energy to get a hold of me, to see life in this way. The truth is, if other people are enjoying their lives, that means you can too. Don't let your past define your future, and being serious. I'm being serious, like a straight face now. You're gaining success. Whatever plan you're building, for some of you, if it's a business, again, like I do see a plan being solidified by success. Being serious. Don't allow your fears. 9 of Swords. Fear of being humiliated, fear of failure, fear of people laughing at you, fear of things going bad. As you can see, that kind of person at the top kind of feeling like the world is turning a blind eye to you, doesn't care about you. These are fears. Things that we're telling ourselves. Fear of people watching, like there are some fears here. Internal conflicts coming from probably past events, okay? These are things that you're clearing out. So this is what's changing. I love. Deep, all right? Deep understanding of your emotions. Deep understanding of your fears. And when you realize that your fears are just fears, we start to find a balance. We start to work towards something here. We start to find that balance. Love them. Okay. I'm going to pull you some tea leaf tarot as well. We have Vine. Seek out information that will help you. Okay, it's a good time to start looking into things. We have family wishes come true. All right, with the Well, we did have that come up in your reading. So I feel like you're manifesting a wish come true. Could be in a family, of course. Could just be family being happy for you. Be careful. Do not take risks coming in. The Claw. That's interesting. Clarify the Claw. Don't know if this deck clarifies. This says control your anger or you'll be sorry. So again, the risks seems to be acting on impulse of your emotions. Do not take risks based off of a misalignment here. That's all it's saying. If you're unsure about something or you're caught up in your emotions, do not make any decisions based off of this. Do not take any risks off of this. Ground yourself first, okay? Yeah, we have disappointment in some affair. We did have that coming through. Something really was unfair and disappointing. Take a vacation. We had that as well. Physically or mentally, might need a bit of a break or a new scene. You'll receive a gift, and the gift seems like it's peace and harmony. Love that. For this inner work that you're doing, it will not go to waste. Don't you worry. You are receiving peace and harmony. Things will not affect you the way that they've affected you. Things will not repeat themselves. All right? You'll start to see the signs of certain people before they can impact you, you know? You're becoming more aware and more in control. Super important that I say that. All right, let's grab you some animal spirit cards as well. Whoa. The giraffe coming in. I told you you're turning into one. This is talking about seeing the bigger picture. So you're no longer holding on to details. You could be planning ahead of time, seeing everything for how it needs to be. So, for example, you could be looking back at your life. Now that you're able to see the bigger picture, you could be learning those lessons, okay? You're seeing the bigger picture and singing your own song. Could be singers, could be interested in learning. I'm hearing learning a language, but I meant to say learning an instrument, like learning how to sing, and you know, like music is healing for you here. But as you can see, this is about singing your own song. Your path is different from others. All right. Your life is how you want it to be. This is being in control of this. You're able to say what you want to say. Sing what you want to sing. Sing your own song. You are unique for a reason. This is your path for a reason. No one can dictate to you how you should, be. Only you can. And this is a time when you're really taking action on that. Your magic works through you. When you realize that, life starts speeding up. Alrighty, my angels, I love you guys. I wish you all the best. I send you all my love. If you'd like a personal reading with me, that is linked down below. But aside from that, I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you guys next time.